In Parshas Vayechi, we bid farewell to the last of our forefathers and foremothers, Yaakov Avinu. And as Yaakov was about to pass away, before he passes away, he makes sure to call for his son Yosef, and he instructs him about his burial, that he wanted to be buried in Eretz Yisrael, in the place where his parents are buried, in Hebron, in Ma'aras HaMachpelah. And he asked Yosef specifically because he knew that Yosef was the one who would be able to fulfill these final wishes. So the psukim say that after Yosef has this conversation with his father, apparently Yosef went back home, went back into Mitzrayim, while Yaakov remained in Goshen. Then the pasuk tells us, Vayomer LeYosef, it was told to Yosef, Hinei avicha chole, that behold, your father is sick. And Vayikach eshnei banav imo es Menashe v'es Ephraim. He takes his two sons, Menashe and Ephraim, and he runs to his father. Sounds to be pretty quick. That immediately, as he's told that he was sick, he grabbed his two sons and he went to Goshen. What's interesting to note here is that Rashi says, how did Yosef know that his father Yaakov was very sick? Who is Vayomer LeYosef? Who told him? So Rashi suggests one of the Magidim, one of the people who usually told Yosef information. And Rashi then quotes a Yesh Omer, another opinion, which says that it was Ephraim. Ephraim, the son of Yosef, would learn with his grandfather regularly, and when he saw that his grandfather was very sick, he ran to tell his father that he had to go quickly to see his grandfather Yaakov. So that they all come, all three of them, Yosef and his two sons, Menashe and Ephraim, come to Yaakov, and Yaakov tells Yosef a little bit about his own about Yosef's mother's death, and why it was that Yosef's mother, Rachel, was not buried in Ma'aras HaMachpelah, because he's worried that perhaps Yosef will not fulfill his wishes, because he felt that his mother was not respected properly, so Yaakov wanted to make sure that he got that out of the way. And then the pasuk says, Vayar Yisrael es bnei Yosef, Vayomer mi ele. Yisrael, Yaakov sees the sons of Yosef, and he says, who are these? Which is absolutely puzzling, especially the fact that we just said, Rashi quoted, that it was Ephraim who was the one who told Yosef that his father was sick. So how is it possible that Yaakov refers to the sons of Yosef, Menashe and Ephraim, and says, Mi ele, who are these? Of course he knew they were. Of course he knew who his grandsons were. What is it possible? How do we possibly explain this? So the Beis Yisrael Chusayagan Aleinu explains as follows. He says, if you look at the language of the psukim, that Yosef, Vayomer LeYosef, Hinei avicha choleh, his father was sick. They was told to Yosef his father was sick. Immediately, Vayikach eshnei banav imo, he grabbed his two sons and he ran out the door. Says the Beis Yisrael, when Yosef's sons were in the palace, when they were at home, they were dressed as Egyptians. And they would normally switch their clothing, change their clothing to look like the rest of Yaakov's grandchildren before visiting him in Goshen. But here, because the matter was so acute, it was so quick, that Yosef was worried that if they took the time to change back their clothes, they would miss Yaakov and he would have passed away already. So for that reason, they didn't change back. And they came to Yaakov dressed in their Egyptian royal garb. And so when Yaakov sees them dressed in their Egyptian royal garb, he says to them, Vayomer mi ele, who are these? I can't even recognize them. And that's the reason why Yaakov asked the question of mi ele. And I would like to take this explanation of the Beis Yisrael and put a twist into it. In that, what is it that a lesson that we can take away from this? Of course, Yosef's sons were engaged in secular society. They were engaged in the society of Mitzrayim. Were they recognizable as Yosef's sons when they were dressed that way? Were they recognizable to Yaakov? Let alone, of course, they were recognizable to the Egyptians. But we ask ourselves the question, as we are engaged in society for our livelihood and for other reasons, are we recognizable to our Father? Does Hashem recognize us by the matter of the way we dress, of the tznius, of the modesty, of what we wear on our heads? When we are engaged in the world around us, do we assimilate to be like society? Or do we keep the core ethics and moral values that Hashem expects of us as He commands us in the Torah? Would Hashem recognize us when we are out among everyone else in society, as He would recognize us when we are in our own homes? Do we act the same way as we would in our own homes with our own Father watching us when we act outside? I think it's a very important lesson for us to keep in mind, and perhaps the final lesson, at least for this year, of the life of Yaakov Avinu and what Yaakov really wanted for his descendants, to never forget who they are and what they represent. Thank you for listening. Have a good Shabbos.